Hey kids, wanted to give a quick disclaimer about this episode. It was a really fun one. We had a blast, and our guests are a set of identical twins. So as you can imagine, a lot of the fun is from the visual absurdity. So if you would like to see the interview, to see the episode happening, we have it all up on YouTube. You can check that out at Do You Want to Pod, or simply by clicking the link here in the show notes. Thanks a lot, and we hope you enjoy. This is...
Wait, we should establish what we want to talk about. What are the bullet points we need to hit here?
I got it. Okay, so we tell them that the show is called Do You Want to Make a Podcast? It is a fireside chat between two best friends who are on the hunt to create the perfect podcast. They have a lot of ideas, and they can't decide what they want to talk about.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
That's it.
That's the synopsis. Then we'll plug the social media. Do we want to do social media? Yeah. So we'll tell them to follow us at Do You Want to Pod, all spelled out. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can also email us at doyouwanttomake.a podcast@gmail.com.
That's it.
That works for me.
Wait, I think we just did it.
We did it. That was my plan all along.
Oh, okay. Bye. Except hello, because now the show's starting.
Yes, it is. Hello, boys.
It's a fancy mic boy.
Wait one second.
Oh, you realize? Can we sound if we use this?
This is great audio, but your image is on to one side.
Yeah, you're at. Wait, what happened?
You're rotated weird.
Oh no, not that's. Oh yeah. Yeah, because we have it on a tripod right now. But we can let's turn it slightly. Can we do that? Here. Mm-hmm.
Whoa!
Ooh, it's like a roller coaster.
Yeah, does the audio sound good?
I have no idea. We'll hear it later. But oh my god. I'm going to put this video. This will become the promo for the episode, is the video that Zoom creates to show all of this. Because I didn't tell Jim that we'd have twins on today. I just told him Nick would be here. Surprise, Jim! It's twins.
And twins.
And twins.
We're having twins this week.
Excellent. Wow, what a magical time we are in when we can have twins on the podcast. Double the
Duggan, double the fun.
Double the talkers, double the fun. Let's go.
Double Mint Gum, please throw sponsorship their way.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hell, I'll hawk any gum for the right price. Double Mint Gum, you're in. Juicy Fruit, you're in.
What's the right price?
Yeah, the right price is any price at this point. Just toss me some coin.
Lifetime toilet paper.
Toss a coin to your podcaster, and I'm in, baby. Let's go.
So the listener can't see this, but we are joined by Nik and Khail Duggan, two of my very good friends, and I think my only pair of identical twin buddies. And their voices are somewhat similar, and they're holding a teeny tiny lavalier microphone in between the two of them. And this visual is so perfect. I wish that everyone could see.
And meanwhile, I don't know if you've ever talked about how you look when you're at home recording, but as we're using our lavalier mic, this is Nick, by the way. You have a big old mic in front of your face with your headphones on. You look like you're in a recording studio.
Yeah.
It looks like looks like you're ready to play piano. It looks.
What song do you want to hear, my boys, as my fingers glide across the keys?
You do have great posture as well.
It's all camera work. I'm actually slunched. I have a hunchback actually, but with the right angle, looks like iron straight posture.
With the right angle, you can make anything look sexy.
It's true.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe.
Hell yeah.
So the brothers Duggan are with us today, and I'm curious. Well, first of all, let's ask consent. Does everyone on the call want to make a podcast?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Excellent. Cool. Okay. So, is there anything unique to this quarantine that non-twins would not be aware of, boys, that you can enlighten us with?
Of like things about us or things about like society?
Yes, whatever. Because I'm assuming your identical twin lens gives you this like supervision that the rest of us normies just don't possess. And I'm wondering what that supervision is showing you.
Well, our double brain, our connected brain, two for the price of one brain, is telling us that what we don't have right now in society is more podcasts about gum.
Gum.
We're back to Double Mint Gum. Yeah, we still are trying to circle back. Bring back Double Mint Gum. I will say, this is Nick, by the way. Do you want us to say, like, name before we speak, like, Nick, and then start speaking? Because I guess you can kind of tell my voice is slightly higher, right? Does our voices sound similar?
This is what I hoped the whole show would be, was just us trying to figure out who is who talking at that time.
We'll tell. You know what's funny is we'll tell the podcast listeners what each of us are wearing, so that they can't, even though they can't see us. Okay, so if you hear the voice that has the red long sleeve shirt, the Henley, that's Nick, and then the shorts or the sleeveless hoodie is Kyle. Okay. Yeah, just remember that.
That's perfect. I think that'll help. I think that'll help everybody a lot.
Good.
So that's perfect. Yeah.
I will say one thing that is unique to us is that we get a lot of like, oh, look, there's twins on the street, but it's increased more so now for when we're traveling around to the grocery store or to the corner store or whatever. And I think maybe people feel like they're hallucinating, like it might be an extra added bit to the coronavirus. There's much more that it sounds differently versus like a normal would be like, hey, look, there's twins. It's not like, oh my god, oh no, there's twins.
I'm seeing twins. Do I have coronavirus?
Yeah, I think people think they're so desperate for human contact that they believe that they're imagining two of every person.
That might be true. It might be a symptom. I think I'm just going to start answering no when people ask us if we're twins, because it's such a weird question. It's like they're checking with us to have us know that we're twins. We're like, we know that we're twins. You can just keep that to yourself. People have the desire to ask us, and I go like, I want to say no because these people are just so stupid that they want to ask.
Yeah, it's like it's so obvious. It's so obvious. Why are you even bother asking? Just say it. So. And if you say no, they'll never ask anyone ever again.
Yeah, true.
Because they'll be scarred for life.
You wouldn't ask a woman who's clearly pregnant if she's pregnant. Why would you ask a pair of twins if they're a pair of twins? Because if they're not a pair of twins, they will be so insulted, just like a non-pregnant one.
You'll be exactly as insulted as a woman who's not pregnant.
If not more so.
This seems like you have a very strong feeling towards this pregnant woman idea. Did something happen? Are you pregnant? Can you guys not see the? You guys can only see my boobies up. You can't see my stomach down.
Let's see. I'll let you two be the judge.
Oh my goodness.
Boy or girl? Twins?
Oh, I'm not. It could be twins, and I'm definitely not doing a gender reveal party. I'm not ballooning colors out my window. Like my apartment complex, they would just see like blue confetti would fly out the window, and they'd be like, "What the hell is this about?" And I'd just shout, "It's a boy! It's twins!"
No one.
Well, yeah, no one. Then me. It's twins.
The one like homeless lady outside goes, "Yeah."
I would definitely name the twins after you guys, though, for sure.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Speaking of names, you guys we don't have to include this, but can we immortalize the Duggan name tradition on our podcast? Would you honor us?
What do you mean? What Duggan name tradition?
You guys have actually the same first name.
Oh yeah. That's a big one. How can I forget?
This is like my favorite thing. Can you just tell us the lineage? Because I also just want to watch Jim's reaction as he hears this news.
Yes, okay, I wanted to know.
Yeah. So this is just for you, Jim.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'll just put out my video so you can't see me.
Yeah, it's cool. Just rub that belly. Is that what pregnant women do? I'm ignorant. So we go by Nik and Khail, and these are our middle names. We go by our middle names because we share the same first name. So my name is John Nikolai, and then my brother's John Mikhail. So that's why we go by our middle names. We are twins with the same first name.
That is insane.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's insane. Did you ever have an issue where like on official documents it would list you guys as just like last name, first name, and people would think it was a typo?
Me as a baby, I had like tax problems with my dad all the time because we have the same middle initial. I'm John M. Duggan. He's John M. Duggan. So like this baby was getting all these like weird tax documents that he didn't know what to do with because he's a baby.
Oh yeah, I should mention that his name is also John Mikhail.
So my name's Mikhail, and my dad's name is John Michael. So it's basically the same name.
So it's one of those tradition things where like dad's name is John, dad's name is John, up and up till forever. And so they had the option of changing this tradition when twins happened, and they said, "Fuck it, no, let's continue it by all costs."
That's great, because I'm glad that they chose to continue the tradition, and then they were like, well, we can't just give the name John to one of them because then that would be crazy favoritism. So we'll just do this insane thing and name both of our children John. I love it. That's That's so good. That's so good.
None of this is a bit. This is...
It was really awful during elementary school because we'd be both in the same class, which is also very stupid. Elementary school, middle school, high school, we would just be put in the same class. So then it would be John Duggan, like calling out twice in a row, and people would be like, "Why'd you do that?" And we're like, "We didn't do that on purpose."
And then you have to tell the story. You have to tell the story.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I didn't like telling the story here, but it just happened so often when we were kids that back then it would be like, oh my God, I guess now we have to explain it in front of this whole classroom of kids.
It's mortifying. However many classes a day that you had in like high school and middle school or whatever, like you had to explain that for every class. So you just block out like 20 minutes of each class for us to explain our heritage and our lineage.
Yeah, that's not fun. That's not a fun thing. But the actual concept is just chef's kiss.
I'm imagining an assembly. Instead of 20 minutes at the top of each class, the whole school gathers around and you guys are up on a stage. It's like, all right, we're getting this all out of the way now. This is John Duggan and John Duggan. Any questions? All the hands go up. We have time for 3 questions. They just go through. But you got to do it every year because there's a new class of kids coming in and they got to be aware of it too.
And also to remind them, we can just include it in the Pledge of Allegiance each time. I pledge allegiance to the flag. His name is John, and his name is John. Because their dad's name is John. It's tradition.
To the Duggans, for which we stand. One nation under John. Yes. Oh, that makes me so happy. I love that so much. Thank you for sharing, boys.
That's
of course. Yeah. Well, our dad named us that way just for you.
Oh God!
I think for both you guys, if you have the similar tradition, your names would sound very hillbilly. John Joe Godley, John Jim.
Jim Bloss.
Yeah, John Jim Bloss.
Yeah, those both sound pretty redneck, I would say.
You know, like how like they most post-apocalyptic storylines like Mad Max and all this stuff. Like I've never seen one where everyone's name is the same name after like the world is like restarted. And I think now once we restart the world after COVID, everyone born from the year 2020 on should have the first name John. And then we all just go by middle names.
Yeah, or COVID.
Or
yeah,
COVID.
Oh yeah, so it can grow from like COVID 20, COVID 21.
I'm COVID Kyle. I'm COVID Joe.
COVID.
COVID
like a mark
Kyle.
of a badge of honor that we've survived.
Oh.
COVID Kyle really flows off the tongue. I really love that a lot.
I don't think it'll ever be accepted, but I'm gonna start going by it. Fuck everybody.
Do it. Try and
Hey
make it
kids, it's COVID Kyle.
COVID Kyle is the cartoon character that shows up on Nick Jr. to teach kids how to wash their hands.
Yes.
Oh
Does
my
he look
God.
like the molecule, like the COVID molecule?
He
has like a
does.
little hat.
He does. It's horrifying. He just has these like giant red like tentacles like coming out of all over his body, and it's wildly unpleasant. But he like threatens the kids. Like he's kind of like a Krampus type character in some. And so, like, he's like, hey, kids, if you don't wash your friggin' hands
For 20 seconds each
you're
time.
gonna die. And
That might
so-
actually get
that's
through
your
to
fault
some
without
people.
washing your hands.
And so the kids wash their hands. Thanks to COVID Kyle.
Oh.
So, keep up the good work, COVID Kyle, I guess.
COVID Kyle, keep it up. You're teaching them.
Are going to be like so. Parents from now on are going to be so into their kids washing their hands way more than before, in an almost like demonic way.
My one, you probably can't see it, but like just this one patch of my hand is more raw than any other part of my hand, even though I'm washing it all equally. And I just imagine these little kids, like, they won't have hands left. They're going to be scrubbing them so much. Their tiny little hands are just going to like.
You gotta moisturize. We need to say this. We keep telling people to wash their hands. It's important to wash your hands, and then for the love of God, moisturize. Because I don't, and I regret it every day.
Also, if we just eliminated hands, like everyone had surgically removed their hands, we could probably prevent this from spreading even
That's
better.
the real answer. Yeah, preventative medicine versus reactive medicine.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it's easier for sure.
Yes, I don't disagree, but I do just need to say for legality's sake, Joseph, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. Please don't cut off your hands, boys and girls.
You're right. Don't cut off your hands, but under a doctor's supervision with like lasers, they can like remove your hands.
Yeah, okay, yes. Oh, please consult a doctor before removing your hands.
Yes.
It's like a Bond movie. So you have to like go through like a track, and then people just walk by assembly line style and just have to like laser saw their hands off.
Yeah, and also
Yes.
like accidents happen if you happen to run your hand into like a table saw.
Yeah.
That's an accident. That's not our fault. But if you happen to, we're telling you that this would be probably for the best for COVID.
Or this is what COVID Kyle recommends.
COVID Kyle recommends.
He carries
Cut off
a
your fucking
table
hands.
saw. He comes after you with a chainsaw. Oh, no.
To be honest, I'm losing faith a little bit in COVID Kyle. He seems to get.
COVID Kyle's now like a Friday the 13th style. Like, villain.
He sounds just a little unhinged. COVID.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Oh.
Also, your dreams, cut off your hands.
Yeah.
If you can't stop touching your face, this is what happens. Oh, I said that as I was touching my beard.
If you can't stop touching your face, I'm gonna come and cut your hands off.
It's like as soon as you touch your face, like COVID Kyle like pops up over your shoulder. Like, you just touch your face, bitch. You're mine.
Comes out of your pores.
Yeah. Tons of me come out of your pores. Ah,
Oh,
no, my sweetie.
Yeah, you touch your nose, COVID Kyle pops up out of your nostril and says,
He just shows up wherever he goes. Like you touch your crotch, and then I go like, "Oh, didn't know you could also spread it that way."
Oh my.
My wiener.
Oh no, come Kyle's. He's a horrible guy.
Yeah.
I love that he has the ability to shrink himself.
Yeah, he's not magical.
Yeah.
He's everywhere, baby. COVID Kyle, he's big, he's small, he's medium sized.
Oh,
Those are the 3 sizes.
what other size would you need?
Venti, grande, and whatever.
And tall.
Tall, yeah.
COVID comes in Starbucks cup sizes.
Is Starbucks considered an essential business?
Considering the Starbucks across the street from my house had a drive-through line literally around the building yesterday,
Come on.
I would say yes.
Really? We're still going out for coffee? Dear God.
Yep. There's a place in Harlem that my theater company does their open mics at a cafe, and they're claiming to be an essential business too because they can do carry out, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But what is that? Like a scum? That's a scum. Yeah, I think that they're able to get away with it. It's kind of crazy.
Oh my God. I
mean, I'm happy that people are still employed. That's good.
Totally.
But
You can't have like grocery store coffee instead of your luxury Starbucks.
Yeah, really.
That is what is like, once Starbucks closes, our whole society will implode. It will be total anarchy in the streets.
Wait, what is it? Kyle, you told me that AMC theaters are...
Yeah, AMC might be... I read somewhere that AMC is like closing down a lot of theaters, and that this is like a huge danger for them because they were already kind of on their last legs. People don't go to movies anymore, except for the A-list Stubbs members.
That's me, baby.
We just joined.
Oh no, you just joined?
Yeah, it's a bad time to join the Stubbs Club.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. We saw Knives Out.
Nice.
1917.
Then it was worth it.
Yeah.
I love Knives Out. I love Knives Out so much. It was so good. It was everything.
Oh man, the Daniel Craig character of like the new gentleman detective.
Yes.
Legendary.
So good.
So
the accent was so bad that it was good. And I look forward to hopefully seeing him again.
Well, you know what's interesting? Have you seen? I just for the first time watched Road to Perdition.
I've not seen that. No.
It's like the 2002 Tom Hanks is like on a revenge quest. It's like in the 20s gangster kind of thing. Daniel Craig plays the villain, and it's like before you know really who Daniel Craig is. He looks the same, but he's doing an American accent, and and it didn't work in the same way for me that Knives Out did, because Knives Out you kind of get this character from him, and it like works that it's like kind of weird, you know. It's not really ideal.
And I do feel like that, like there's a certain level of forgiveness knowing that he's also James Bond at this point. That it's like okay, so we know that he's a suave British man in real life. So the fact that when he comes and does an American accent and it's this disgusting Creole like joke is just like, yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'll allow it. Yeah, that's fine. I can accept this as truth.
He's like the only like famous British actor I know that doesn't do a good American accent though. It's like you go to see him knowing that he's gonna do like a half like American accent. I didn't think they did like an SNL sketch on it one time.
Yeah,
it's like so over the top. Whereas like everybody else, like all these other like, British actors, you're like, whoa, like their American accent is better than my American accent. But Daniel Craig, you're like, I mean, that's how James Bond would do an American accent, probably. That's pretty accurate.
James Bond is not the undercover type. He doesn't go undercover. He goes in guns blazing and fucks as many women as he can.
Hey, Did you guys believe Cumberbatch in the first Doctor Strange? That to me was not a great American accent.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. That was slightly weird. I'm sorry, Joe. I can't get over the fact every time I see you, I look over at you behind the mic. It looks like you're singing a song. I feel like you just have to sing a song now. You're like Stevie Wonder for sure.
Oh, yes, I look exactly like Stevie Wonder in this post-COVID time.
What's the joke? Yeah.
Oh.
It's also because Joe's looking around, like all around the room, not ever at the camera.
Also playing a piano, singing.
Yeah.
Oh God, and now I can't think of a Stevie Wonder song to save my life. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful?
Yeah.
That's a Stevie Wonder song. There you
There we go.
Can you get it to us? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful?
Just like Stevie.
spitting image, right? Hey,
Perfect.
I'm ready for the like if there's ever a need for me to like dub his voice, I'm totally there.
Everybody will buy it.
You got 3 customers right here.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
So also, guys, how has it been in New York? For those not in the city, Nik and Khail are in the heart of all this right now. I hear there's a bit of a ruckus that goes on every night around 7 p.m. Are you guys taking part in that?
Is that the one where it's like you're opening the window and you're screaming out for the medical people,
Yes.
like you're cheering them?
Yes.
That's not happening in our area since we're not close to any hospitals.
Got it.
Really. And it's like a poorer part of Brooklyn, so I think that like the same patterns you're seeing in Manhattan and other boroughs, you're not seeing in Brooklyn.
Okay.
It is what's crazy is now we all are like much required to wear face masks when we leave.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like they can't really enforce that. You can't really arrest somebody for not wearing a face mask, but it is that was a big jump for me. It was more of like, oh, it's a light push towards wearing face masks, and now it's like if you're leaving the house, wear a face mask.
Right.
Yeah. No, I went to the grocery. Jersey's doing the same thing, and I went to the grocery store yesterday, and I had to wear a face mask, and everybody was wearing face masks, and I was like, wow, I am surprised at how quickly everybody was just like, okay.
But people are turning it into like style, you know. They're wearing the face mask, but I'll see people around here just wearing it like under their chin. Like it's like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm wearing it.
Yeah, like
people
people are totally like phoning it in. The old ladies that wear like their like dressy scarves around their face, and I'm like,
Like silk scarves.
Yeah, you can see their mouth through this.
yeah, and it's like, lady, I don't think.
Lady, just hold a Kleenex in front of your face.
Yeah, it's just. So the whole thing is just. I also had to wait outside to get into the grocery store in a line that was like 20 people deep, which was. Yeah.
The grocery store we go to, same thing. And then all the cashiers obviously have the rubber gloves and masks. But the other day I saw one of the cashiers with their rubber gloves on their hand, like itch their eye. So it made me go like, okay, you know, I think one issue with this whole thing is that people think that this makes them Superman or they make them invincible if they have the glove and their mask on. And so they'll just go about doing normal things and stay really close to each other. But because I have rubber gloves and a mask, I'm impervious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
If you're not changing those gloves out, it's basically the same as not wearing gloves at all.
And if you still touch your face,
yeah,
COVID Kyle will still come to kill
Kyle's
you.
coming. He doesn't care if you're wearing gloves.
Sexy, like waiting for you to touch your face. You're just touching your face knowing that he's just resting there. It's like, you're inviting me in? Oh, thank you. Don't mind if I do.
Hand size code Kyle might be my favorite.
Yeah, because he's sexy. He's you know he's there, and so if you touch your face, you touch anywhere, it's kind of an acknowledgement that like you want me.
Oh yeah, did we forget to mention he's sexy too?
Yeah.
Now he's
He's
scary, but he's also charismatic and sexy.
Yeah, like so, like
He's a
yes, absolutely. The thing about COVID Kyle is like he's crazy, but he's also crazy hot.
Yeah.
So like, so
He's good at sex. COVID Kyle's extremely good at sex. He's got a huge COVID wiener, like all of the above.
He's
yes.
got a big old chainsaw he's carrying around.
COVID-19, Pen 15.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Have you ever has COVID Kyle ever like someone's about to touch their face, so he like gets in there and then they don't touch their face and they're like, oh well, while I have you here, would you like to have dinner with me? And then you just find yourself on a date.
COVID Kyle ain't got time for that. COVID Kyle just walks right down that glove onto a different glove. He just waits, and then he just at that point he just waits in your pores, waiting for you to touch your face like with your actual hands.
Yeah.
So
In a surprise way.
within all of us, there is a COVID Kyle just waiting to strike.
Yeah, yeah.
So he can shrink his size. He can shrink down to any Starbucks size. He carries a chainsaw. He's hot. He's terrifying. And he also can multiply his form so that he is inside of every living person in this
Yeah,
time.
now you know what I live with every day.
That's
See what I'm
fantastic.
talking about, guys?
Guys, Kyle, get out of my pores. Kyle, I think you've seen me already.
So wait,
Sure, I was talking it up.
is there a COVID Kyle inside of Kyle?
Oh, fuck,
This is Inception shit.
I just exploded. My whole body exploded. You killed COVID.
Oh, I did it.
So we just had to ask the question. That was the question. It was
Mhm.
like finding out Rumpelstiltskin's name.
Did you say Rumpelstiltskin? The Rumpelstiltskin. Say it 5 times.
Rumpelstiltskin, Rumpelstiltskin.
Okay, I believe you.
Oh my, oh my. I have a feeling we're nearing the end of our time here. Duggan Bros, is there any thing you would like us and the listeners to know before we sign off for the day?
Yeah, one thing is that we are doing this exercise, or we're trying to do this exercise through the artist's way that is crazy right now. It's basically like we have to not read for a week.
Mhm.
And so no watching TV, no listening to podcasts, so hopefully none of your listeners aren't doing this.
No listeners.
And then no like reading comics just for us. So just wish us luck in this horrible endeavor that's probably the worst timed thing in the world.
Mhm.
We don't know what to do with our lives, so we just kind of sit across from each other and stare at each other's eyes.
Stare at each other. We color. I just finished coloring a shark. It's pretty cool. You know, that's what we do with our lives now.
Yeah, we don't have cards. We don't have board games.
No.
I danced by myself yesterday. That was kind of cool. But yeah, so just send us your good thoughts and prayers as we're struggling during this time.
I had that in mind when you said you were starting the artist way. I didn't want to say anything. I was like, oh shit, when he gets to like week 5.
This is they don't tell you about this, obviously.
No one talks about that week. For anyone not familiar with the artist way, is this course in finding a different relationship with creativity and art. And part of it involves, she was like, okay, now that you've been feeling really good for like 4 weeks and you're feeling alive, don't fucking do anything. Do not read. Do not watch TV. Do not sing. Do not hug your loved ones. Just sit and do fucking nothing forever. And COVID quarantine is the worst time to be doing that. So, brothers,
Yeah,
Duggan,
really.
I give you so much credit for doing this under these circumstances.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably gonna give up tonight. But
Yeah.
thank you for the.
We're gonna cheat a little bit. Yeah, damn.
Oh,
Yes. We're the worst at this.
I give you guys permission to skip this week and just move on to something more manageable.
I think that's what we're gonna do. Thank you. Thank you. I feel like I had to throw that in there because I felt like a liar.
At least you're honest.
That's so cool. So nice. We did one day.
Oh my god, it's Jim's crying.
I admire that honesty. That honesty is very good and very important.
So Zoom creates an automatic video of every podcast episode. This whole episode video is going up on YouTube. It's too good. We can't have like twins like teased out and like not actually show it to people. So for those interested,
it could have been just any sort of dudes, right?
So they could think we're lying.
Thing actually makes sense.
So this will be up on the tube. For anyone listening, it's D1 to Pod. I want to thank the brothers Duggan for being here. I'm pretty sure I just laughed for a solid hour. I very much needed this. Much love to you both, and enjoy staring at a wall for the rest of the day.
Yeah. Thanks both of you, Joe and Jim. Thanks, Jim. And also happy 100th, belated.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, it's a great honor to get to 100 episodes. And who knows? Maybe we're at 100 listeners too. A girl can dream.
Can we get a little live Spanktacular celebration from you two? Can we just like see a little something?
Yeah. Do you want spanking? Is what you want?
However you guys want to celebrate the Spanktacular is what I want to see.
Okay, so is it okay if we just get a footage of? I'll just like video COVID Kyle spanking his bum.
My own bum?
Okay, yeah. Here, let me just. How do you do this? Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. He's also got the mic still.
Watch out, because at your face, I'll come for your bum.
Can you
wash your hands?
Yeah, how long do you want this? Keep this going? Because we can just keep it going.
I.
Wash your hands. Can you show your hand now? And then spank your butt. And then show your hand. And then spank your butt.
All right. If we get any race here, we're gonna get pulled off YouTube.
Oh, that's great. Thank you, Mom, for listening as always. Mama Duggan, thank you as well.
Yeah, thanks, moms.
Thanks, Joe's mom.
Yeah,
thank you, guys.
I don't need your mile long bridge. Williamsburg is too expensive. Fuck the A train. Am I insane? No, I'm just never going back unless you force me to smoke crack or do